So glad to have you join us on the Valuechain TV News Update. I am Kabir Lawal with the news. And on the Valuechain TV News Update, we begin with African Petroleum Producers Organization APO, where the Secretary General Farouk Ibrahim has noted that since signing of Memorandum of Understanding to establish the African Energy Bank, the great progress has been recorded. Farouk Ibrahim said this in an exclusive interview with Valuechain TV at the just concluded African Energy Week in Cape Town, South Africa.
Continent with the largest proportion of its people living in energy poverty. We have over 600 million people on the African continent who do not have access to electricity, and nearly 1 billion don't have access to modern energy for cooking, domestic heating, etc. And we have over 125 billion proven crude oil reserves and over 600 trillion cubic feet of gas. Are we therefore going to leave these resources in our subsoils because the world has said it's moving on from oil and gas, or because we don't have the finances? We believe that Africa has money. The question is how to prioritize this expenditure. And energy is critical to survival. So we came together to say that, look, we want to establish this bank. And in the last 2 years, since the MOU was signed between APO and Afrexim Bank in 2022, we've made tremendous progress. We have been able to get the establishment agreement and the charter of the bank signed by the two founding organizations. We've been able to get the treaty already enforced because our establishment agreement said that even though all APA member countries are going to be members, once you have two to sign and ratify, the treaty will come into force, and the others will join. And last October 24, President Tinubu of Nigeria signed the ratification of the establishment agreement of the African Energy Bank. Earlier on, the President of Ghana, Akufo-Addo, has done the same thing for Ghana.
As the Nigerian Association of Petroleum Explorationists NAPE 2024 conference commences, industry leaders and stakeholders gathered at the Eco Hotel for a landmark discussion on Nigeria's energy challenges with the theme Resolving the Nigerian Energy Trilemma, Energy Security, Sustainable Growth and Affordability. In the opening ceremony, keynote speakers including Chief Executive Officer, Seplat Energy, Roger Brown, and Executive Secretary, NCDMB, Felix Omotsola Ogbe, highlighted the urgency of balancing energy demands with affordability and growth. They emphasized that a stable energy framework is critical for economic growth and environmental responsibility. Update of the conference will be aired in our subsequent bulletin. Moving now to economy, the Nigerian presidency has announced that an estimated 5.4 trillion naira in savings from subsidy removal in year 2024 is being directed towards infrastructure and social intervention programs aimed at benefiting all tiers of government and enhancing Nigerians' quality of life. This was stated by the Special Advisor to President on Information and Strategy, Mr. Bayo Onanuga, in a statement. Mr. Bayo Onanuga disclosed that subsidy removal savings will support key development projects, emphasizing that these funds are actively allocated for projects designed to elevate the living standard of Nigerians and bolster national infrastructure. Still on economy, the Nigerian Institute of Leather and Science Technology, NILEST, has said plans are underway to establish mini tanneries or factories in all states of the country to process hides and skin into leather. This was disclosed in an interview with newsmen by NILEST Director General Mohammed Yakubu in Abuja. Mohammed Yakubu is also chairman of the Implementation Committee of the National Leather Policy, said more tanneries are necessary to provide right infrastructure and technology for the proper processing of leather. He said leather is a huge national resource with potential to generate foreign exchange and massive employment. Still on the Valuechain TV News Update, the Nigerian Content Development and Monitoring Board (NCDMB) and the Nigerian Extractive Industry Transparency Initiative (NATE) have partnered to enhance women's participation in the oil, gas and mining industries. This commitment was reached between the Executive Secretary of NAPE, Oji Obunaya Oji, and the Executive Secretary of NCDMB, Felix Omotola Ogbe, during a meeting on strengthening partnership between the two agencies. Obunaya Oji expressed concern over the recent NAPE report, which showed a decline in women's representation in oil and gas industry, despite the Global Extractive Industry Transparency Initiative standard advocating for gender inclusivity. Oji called for closer collaboration between NAPE and NCDMB to address the widening gap in gender representation, especially in the mining and steel sectors, where women's participation is a global priority. Now to international scene. The Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries OPEC Secretary General Haitham Al-Ghayas says global oil demand has been projected to reach 120.1 million barrels per day by year 2050, while energy demand will rise 24% during the same period. Chad Moses completes the report.
Al-Ghayas said this while delivering a keynote address at the just concluded African Energy Week conference in Cape Town, South Africa. To ensure security of supply to fuel this demand, he said African industries need to invest and boost investment levels significantly in years to come. He drew insight into OPEC's recently launched World Oil Outlook, which was launched in September 2024, the 18th edition, which featured a review and assessment of the medium and long-term prospects for the global oil and energy sectors. The publication offers a comprehensive analysis of global supply and demand dynamics, while taking into account the interplay between energy security, energy affordability, and the need to reduce emissions. For Value Chain TV, Chad Moses reporting.
Moving now to sport. In the English Premier League, Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta has expressed confidence in his team performance following their 1-1 draw with Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. Arteta praised Chelsea as one of the European top sides but emphasized that he believes Arsenal controlled the game. The Gunners appeared on track to claim all 3 points after Gabriel Martinelli opened the scoring at the 60th minute mark. However, a late goal from Chelsea's Pedro Neto leveled the score, preventing Arsenal from taking the win. Arsenal now sits at 9 points behind league leaders Liverpool. They will look to bounce back after upcoming international break. And with this, we conclude the Value Chain TV News Update. I am Kabir Lawal. For more news, don't forget to join us on all our social media handles and also subscribe to our YouTube channel. Bye for now.